Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another afternoon or evening, depending on where you live. This is Glenn Russell, and we are back here on the Diecraft server. Now, this area does not look familiar because it's not. Basically, I discovered when I looked at the maps that I was basically way too close to my Tom. So I'm out and about looking for somewhere else to be. Not a big deal, but yeah, definitely had to figure out the best place to hang my hat, I guess. Hey, you. Bed. My bed. My bed. Alright. There we go. So I got a lot of my toys figured out as far as you can see on the screen. I've got my mini maps and regular maps and stuff. I was having errors this morning due to a button that I had. Okay. That would take generation. What do we got? Let's just finish filling this side. Oh, not filling. We'll look at this side. See if there's anything notable. I've got a bunch of stuff in my inventory. I don't want to lose. And then we will check out the nearby area because this part actually looks promising. Not this town specifically. I've already got a sword. That's over there. Not anybody look. Likely this place has been looted, but it's still up for grabs. Alright. There. So, aside from looking for the new squad, I was also, I wasn't going to say sheep scammed, but I had the sheep stolen by the wolves. They did a good number on them and had a breakfast and lunch and dinner and everything in between. So, I'm sheep free, which means I didn't have any animals I really cared about left behind. We're good on that. Thanks. I can up around correctly. Going past that. If not, we'll try again. Step here. Okay. Really, one of the stuff is on the other side. And way there. This side. Nice.
Something in a little, with a lot of excitement. How's that?
Really better. How do you do that? Because it goes straight up like there's nothing there. Nice. Yeah. That is better. Oh. What's that down there? Dude. Oh, that's down there. That's nice. For them. I'll take one. Ooh, and a hat. Nice. It's almost as ugly as it is.
Hey, Johnny, it's time to put our songs away for another day and to say so long to all you nice people out there.
Rather than having a zombie villager in short order, let's give them. I'm gonna. Wait, no, that's fine. So apologies to anyone that I had not noticed this morning. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I had not noticed people this morning, and should have. Didn't, but should have. So that said, okay, yeah. So yeah, for some people I did not notice the earlier stream, had some technical difficulties that messed with all the sounds and alerts and whatever else I normally use. And so the result of that was just that I was so quiet and I didn't hear anything, and some of my stuff was scrolling up the screen with blocked, so I missed the text. My bad. My bad. Ooh. Now this probably make use of. Nice. Take a look. A little more centrally. This looks like another possible home at the moment. It's got sheep. Sort of. Yay! Waiting over there. Okay. This is looking promising. Very, very promising. I can also still see a villagers. Yes, there's holes in the ground in this one as well, but not nearly as many as the last. There's a parachute right there. Okay, up here. Flat zone. I like it. I like it a lot. Well, a quick check. Double check. In inside the comfort zone for me. Plunk right about middle-ish. These 226 or oh. There's lots of people. Yay, score. I'm gonna have a lot of covering over you, but it means that I've got essence built in mind. But whoa, whoops. Okay. Positive. $36. On. Positive.
Public enemy number 3, 10 years ago, was released today from the federal penitentiary after serving 11 years of a 10-to-life sentence. To this day, $250,000 in gold bullion involved in the original crime has not been recovered. Police officials doubt the gold can be recovered, pointing out that should the gold be found by Pappas, the insurance company has a full claim. $250,000 in gold, and this guy used to be a father.
What do you got? Any other people? 500, 100, alerts, something, and I don't know what it is. Font, sign, dirty, something like that. Okay, they're all a good distance from me, which means that I'd be happy for now. I'm home. first thing I do, once again, throw down the bed and whatnot, and then start rounding up the sheet. The whole reason I needed a sheet, and then I'm going to plug some holes in. The whole reason I needed a sheet is because once it gets a spot a little bit flatter, then I'm going to once it gets the spot a little bit flatter, then I'm going to put together a pen, and I'm going to start outlining where I want them to go. And mapping them so forth. In the meantime, it's stuff. Thank you very much for following the channel. I really appreciate it. Welcome on in. I'm going to go with Ghost. If you prefer something else other than that, please let me know. That's very, very much appreciated. All right. These all good. One. Let me carry those around. Trouble dead. Oh, I got rid of trouble. Okay. Smart. Not. Trouble dead. This not. Let's deal. Basically dump everything that you might use for break in a second. Alright. That means you can sleep away the night, probably. Hopefully that skeleton off my left will burn. Burn, dude. Burn. Uh-oh, big zombies. Sorry, gunshot. Anybody else? Looks like first thing we're going to do is probably start taking things down from the upper area to plug some of the holes. We're going to be going through a lot of materials. Given what just showed up, I should probably head out and grab a tree. Phone. Okay. Change the home to the oh. No, that's not working. Oh, okay, well, close enough. Far enough away from it. Guys, you can do better. Guns is better now. Tear this down and dump that outside. That would be ideal, I think. All that dirt down. say, well, I would say it. Oh no! Except that the player has said to more characters live that to ignore their death, whatever that means. Ooh. Huh. Wow. Okay. Totally not working. Thanks for now. No. Not allowed. Okay, so get a bubble, and then you can jump on in. Oh, she. Really the boat. Oh. Kind of hard to make two. Or we'll see what it'll start. Okay. I can do now. Let's pick out. By the way, if there are any questions, welcome. I like to things off my ears. Stuff. So, that's great. Or more that we can see it. Plans for the base. Talked a bit this morning. Talked earlier today about the base plan for this one. Seems to be a bit for England. And the characters that we're going to kick this all off. The series looks to kick this all off. Is Brother Tedfile, who's a well-backed monk. He was a crusader, but it didn't like that like him. about surgery remedies and stuff like that. Each time it's paid. Just to make it clear right from square one, I am not Catholic, but I have been asked that question. Yeah. Get that off straight off. But I actually love the book. I've never done a full-on medieval build. I mean, this would probably be a sort of medieval build, but it's definitely something a little different. There is hopefully a monastery, some of this obviously eventually relatively because it's quite a lot well I can do on it. It'll be something I'm really looking now because she was a real place, I don't know about that post. It'll be a place, therefore there may be some opportunities to work with or periods of drafts of other building sections of do my version of their buildings rather than I'll probably kind of front load it. I'm not an architect. I'm sure that I'm using shovels. One of the things I do like about the Valheim game, compared to Minecraft, the Valheim game is go ahead and start punching things like this, stuff off. This, in this case, you actually get better and better at punching things. That sounds weird, but yeah, it works.
What do you worry about anyway?
Dirt. Again, really should go get stone. It would be sensible. Did I do it? I'm putting you guys through the purgatory. So excited to get to it. That may not be less than alive. Not doing I do have some dignity, with some respect. So, for those of you that or on it just occurred to me, probably show Telling My Life. That is hidden lump. There we go.
Wait a minute, where are we going?
Manzel.
To the party.
So, in any case, I realized I should have let you know. Morning I let you know, and I forgot. I just played it. I was actually stepping around trying to find a new place. I already picked up some stuff from the last game. And jump right on in. Spreading my own. So I was running around and realizing, oh hey, there's some cool I've food it. No. Not happening. We have opportunities for shovels. But no, you need. How far? One of those like could be. Oh, okay. I need to decide where my limits are because if I keep going at this, I'll be taking it all the way down from like over here. So probably about an inch south of it. That's from that. Down there, all the way to flat bed. That's a bit excessive. Just a bit. At least all at once. I mean, I can do other things. I don't need to do that all at once. Part of what I was looking for is start with this water for filling holes. So I could cut off. Actually, that's probably my best. Pick up that whole layer down here. And then as I need more, just keep peeling downwards and downwards and down. Fill up water. See holes and stuff, we'll just block them off to begin with, and we'll open up what we need later.
Hello.
Hey CJ, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. So CJ, I gather you've been on some of the Deadcrest servers today. Which one were you on earlier? Or which one are you currently on? And what are you up to? Yeah. Okay, how's your day been so far? I found my second home. So I found I was supposed to edge Tom. So I got stick. Don't ask. Don't ask what just happened. But let's just say idiot move. I got so excited, I didn't even think about some of the settings for today. Yeah. I'm looking at mapping. Oops, wrong one. So mapping, I've got my home in the middle here. I've got a town I can steal from. And a nice big flat spot. And I'm, well, not say flat, but big meadow spot that I can work with. So I'm just going to peel off some of this top layer so I can start plugging at holes, like just covering over. And we'll decide what I want to do with these caves and such later. But at least I don't end up having mobs harassing me while I'm doing things and I get a flatter spot to work. But that's what I'm up to. And hopefully that solved the mic issue. Let's suffice to say oopsie daisy. How's that? Okay, map. Where am I? It's sort of a, where do I cut off? Okay, I just had the mic pointing completely wrong direction and it was pointing straight at stuff that the settings have been told to dip. Okay, so I guess being as I want this sort of more or less whole space, I've got a little ways to go south of me. And then I can turn around. South, south, south. That's the top. That's the top. Yes, I am having a wood shovel at the moment. I'll be turning to a stone one fairly shortly. I think that's the top layer. Yeah, we got most of the top layer. And I actually have sheep now. Whereas this morning I got the, got a good bunch of sheep, and I was dumb and took them through the wolf zone and had all my sheep killed. But that's, you know, one of those things that I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to because I got lost. As smart as that sounds, sarcasm intended. Okay. So, I need to take a quick detour and go get a tree. Wow. I am trying to move. It's funny, when I've played Vault Hunters for a while, and I've been in the vaults with Dash, I keep finding that I come out here and everything seems oh so slow. But it's not really all that slow. Enjoy your lurk, CJ. Stay safe. Stay safe while you're driving. when you get back and it's safe, I'd like to know more about what it is you've been up to today. So which server you've been on and what you've been working on, or if you haven't been on the servers, what your plan is, like what you're hoping to get done. And the other part of it is what else you've been up to today. You know? This morning it was a very, very busy place in stream. Not a huge ton of chat, but it was a busy place, so people are off doing their own thing, and it's probably dinner hour for a lot of them, or immediately post dinner hour. And so for those that are parents, they're probably dealing with family time and getting littles to bed and all that jazz. Okay, now I have more than enough for handles for some shovels, so let's go back up and take off the next layer. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I needed to be listening to some of the, what do you call it? The electro swing stuff this afternoon, just because it's a good chill out set of music. 1, 2, give me. There we go. Just 4 shovels out of the 5, and that'll be good for a few minutes. So, oops, that's lovely. I need to take off. Okay, so we're back at this. I had the joy immediately after technically or officially ending stream, although those of you that were still around had heard I had actually screwed up and left the stream running for a few minutes. But anyway, I had the joy this earlier stream right after signing off of having a zombie on fire decide to try and take me out, and Dadcraft came up and saved my hide, so I appreciated that to no end. No end whatsoever, because that would have been kind of awkward. Suffice to say, it would have been very awkward. And now I have no spawn. That's not smart. I miss sleeping bags. Sorry. But sometimes the modded is great because you've got all kinds of perks. But I'm looking forward to this season in vanilla. It keeps me fresh. Or I shouldn't say fresh, but it allows me to play around with building in ways that the other one at the moment does not. Because I spend too much time running around looking for skill, basically powder, to unlock the mods to be able to actually build anything beyond vanilla, in which case why not just use vanilla. So I'm getting a little bit of both. Right? A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Wow, I shouldn't have said that. Now I've got a song from Fiddler on the Roof stuck in my head. Marble J was talking about that this morning, getting sort of like a soundtrack going. And yeah, it's definitely something that resonated with me. Somebody will say something, or I'll hear a quote, or a little snippet of music, and off we go. There goes the internal soundtrack. Sometimes it's constant. So if I'm not yammering on about something, I have internal soundtrack that goes with the internal criticism, but it's neither here or there. But I've got something music-wise at all times. And sometimes when I get cranky with the rest of the family, it's just been sort of kicked off by the internal soundtrack crashing with the whatever's coming in externally audio-wise, and the two of them being disharmonious. That's not even a proper word, but gets the point across. And then I'm going to have Fiddler on the Roof stuck in my head for a little while. It's for those of you that aren't familiar with it, the title, Fiddler on the Roof is a musical set in what's in essence Russia, with a fictional Jewish town, or well, Jewish village, I guess. Sometimes he calls it a village, sometimes he calls it a town, but in any case, that has both Jewish people and the others, as they refer to them, or the Gentiles, basically non-Jews. Everybody's non-Jews, and how they do or don't get along. But the Jewish group is very set in their ways, and they believe in things like a matchmaker rather than young people deciding who they're in love with by themselves. But the story is such that the father of the family actually has to come to grips a little bit with times are changing and kids can actually pick their own people they're interested in, and it probably makes for a better match because then it's somebody they love, not just somebody they have to listen to. But I mean, they still have their very staid roles and so on. And I'm not particularly sure exactly what period it's set in, because a lot of the equipment, like, it's sort of a time agnostic musical. I've never seen it a modernized version though, so I'm not fully sure what period it's in. But it's a big deal when one of the people in town gets themselves a sewing machine. And it's not an electrified sewing machine. There's nothing that they do with electricity, so that's what makes me think it's a fairly old setting. But in any case, it's kind of interesting because the main character is actually a milkman, but oddly he's very well connected in the community. As in, it seems like because of his job and or position, everybody seems to like him for the most part. I mean, there's a notable exception in the storyline, which happens to be the butcher. I'm not particularly sure why they don't get along. It's never really said why they don't get along, but they don't like each other. So they keep on rocking. I know it sounds weird, but they push each other around a little bit. And there's an arrangement made where this rich butcher, yes, I forgot to mention that he's rich, but this well-to-do butcher wants to marry our main character's daughter. Unfortunately, main character's daughter has other ideas because she's in love with the tailor. So the butcher strikes up a deal with her father to be able to marry the daughter, and they celebrate it and whatever. It's a done deal, but then the tailor actually gets up the courage to ask for the daughter's hand in marriage from the father, and it takes a lot of convincing. Initially he says no, but eventually he says yes, and then has to figure out how to tell his wife that he's changed his mind. And so he supposedly gets inspiration from above, although dubious inspiration at best, and he tells his wife about a nightmare. And that's kind of a funky one because it involves the widower butcher's ex, or like old wife, and the main character's wife's grandmother, supposedly coming back from the dead to tell everybody that the daughter should marry the tailor, not the butcher. So it's kind of funky how that works out. And then during the wedding, things go south, and the others, who I get the impression they're supposed to be like Bolsheviks or something. But anyway, there's a lot of pushing and shoving, and people are not happy. And the what's his name? Sort of, I guess, in essence, the constable gets involved, and though he likes our main character, he's very clear about the fact that he takes orders from the government, and supposedly there's supposed to be a demonstration, which ends up escalating to the point where at some point everybody gets kicked out of town. I mean, that's not the correct order of the story, like there's more to it than that, but that's the gist of the short part of it. So in any case, our main character, I mean, his whole family's got to leave. And he's kind of asking everybody, or like he's asking God, why them? Why now? Why everything? And of course, they basically ask the rabbi, wouldn't this be a good place for us to wait for the Messiah? And the rabbi's response to that is, well, we're gonna have to wait somewhere else. And they get kicked out of their village, which is kind of sad. But, I mean, the music is amazing. I'll definitely say it. But whether you like the storyline or not, the music is really, really good. Some it does a good job of telling the story, and it's very straightforward, which is nice because some of the other musicals I've heard sort of dance around it, so kind of interesting. Anyway, that's just what's going to be stuck in my head for a while. And it's referencing to the comment I made about a little bit of this and a little bit of that, because in the musical, when they get kicked out of town, they're basically saying, what do we have, or what are we leaving behind? Not much, just a little bit of this and a little bit of that. They talk about a hat and a house and a pot and things of that nature. Okay. So we've got a good amount in the inventory, so let's go plug some holes. Throw that down there. Where do I want to start? Yeah, the ones near the bed's probably a good place to start. Alright. Minus. See where I'm going. Compared to this morning where I had a lot of the F3 screen up, it's really, really nice to have maps back and sorted out. Pardon me. It makes it a lot easier for me not to get all messed up. Ooh. Okay. That's not too bad. I can handle that. And this one I could handle that. That's okay. This one not so much. It might be a mine, but for now, it's not much. There, okay. Make one more layer. Really should come and fill the hole properly, but that'll start. We've just got a couple of overhangs. Don't end up in the super darkness during daytime. Yeah, that's doable. Okay. What else do we have? Problematic. Big gap over here. Actually, probably this one over here, just to the south. Bigger issue, easier to cover. Do I find that? Around the bend. Those sheep. Single hole. Tripping that. That's stinky meat. It's not a bad spot. I'll leave that there for the time being. Let's see what I can do. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna need some capping. For sure. Okay. The more stable level I've got here? Probably this one, I think. Down in the middle of anything. There. I'm not going to accidentally be falling in that spot. Just a trip zone. About it. Okay. I've got a spot I can work with. Oy. Next. Remember not to dig through the floor around here. I think, yeah, there's copper and iron and whatever down there as well. And a... oh, dripstone. Nice. Okay, so that could be furnace fuel. So, sealed up. Once I get enough iron. Ooh. Ice bucket challenge. Someone else has got themselves obsidian. I managed a bunch of obsidian, but that was because I happened to come across an abandoned, what do you call them? Unabandoned portal, I guess? Partial portal? And then I got a few more in a village, so I've got a bunch that I can actually use to make a portal with. Which means in theory I should be into the Nether earlier this season than I was last season. So that's a good place to start. Come on. It's not making much sense. There's really no sense to the way I'm covering this over. There's more that I am. Reach that spot. I'll say by the time I'm done here, my pinky will be a little sore. I thought I saw a light source down there, so that suggests it's actually lava. Which is good news, because then it means that I should have the ability to go nick some villagers from the village and at least get a conversation-based Java iron farm going. While I would prefer to have the zombie variety, just anything will help me start. This season is definitely intended to be build focused for myself. Caves and spelunking and whatnot is not my cup of tea. We'll just have to see where we end up. Gonna have to find some new music. I'm still enjoying this genre, but unfortunately I only have one playlist of stuff that's supposedly Twitch safe. And I say supposedly because every time I use it and then I go post the VOD on YouTube, it gets demonetized because people who claim I get a claim against it, but it's never from the artist that put the music out to say that it's copyright free. The problem with this type of music is it's difficult, particularly when you don't have vocals in a lot of it, to figure out who really did have a claim on it. So you don't know if it really is the real thing, or if they are just remixing it, in which case it's still sketchy, or is it did they re-record it? You know, like, is it their recording of it? And then in which case it shouldn't be that artist's problem, I guess you could say. I just had to stretch the pinky for a second there. That's not placing dirt. That's eating, which I should do as well. All right. Back. Sorry for getting quiet for a second there. Just concentrating so I don't fall off the cliff. There we go. What's going on up here? Oh. Convenient. Okay. Let's get the hole covered and then I'll deal with the gap. Because I don't think I'm going to have enough to cover the hole anyways. Oh, please don't. Please don't rain on my parade. If I could remember the tune to that properly, I'd have a different song stuck in my head. Something about raining on my parade. Once again, that's a show tune, so. It's either a standard or a show tune, most commonly. Go. You. 50 blocks. It also means that I won't be losing as many of the free-range sheep down underneath. Another entrance? Oh, I said that already. Okay, that's the trip zone. I'm gonna start filling from this side over here. Getting stiff hands. Good keyboard, but it's got a lot of feedback to it when I'm doing crazy things like this. Oops. Need every block we can get, game. Every block we can get. So once we get rolling on things like town, village houses and so forth, because there will be quite a lot of them, I'm hoping. And we'll be having fields and roads and so on. Then I'm hoping the appropriate ones that I don't already have names for as part of the book will be able to be named after viewers. So either people who follow or people who spend, like, it'll be people who spend their channel points. Excellent. They'll be able to do things like name a field. That sounds weird, but it'll be like, Poppy's Peas Field. Or, I don't know, Aubrey's Beets, maybe? But we'll have villages, we'll have houses in the village as well. And we'll have, I'm thinking of doing signs with, like, fake titles. So, Stormy Owl had an idea where her whole Discord is like a castle with a whole bunch of jobs. I was thinking we might have a village with jobs like that. So you might end up with like Yellow the, I don't know, Yellow the bootmaker. Or, let's see, CJ the barman? He, unlikely as that sounds. Mind your P's and Q's around him sort of deal. We have a good number of people making progression today. Let's cover... We have to cover the whole... I will be definitely looking forward to hopefully buying the Sneaky Pants enchantment this season. Once I get half decent diamond armor. Not so keen on netherite armor. I mean, if we manage to get to it before we update the server, then great. But if I don't, then we'll be staying diamond this season. I am not going to be going after the crazy requirements for creating armor and tools and such after the update. So, because my primary this time is to building. We'll just see how far we can get. Oh, yet another one. Ah, you're underground. Okay. So covering it over is functional already. Lock that in. That's just the trip zone part. Let's try and deal with this gap now. Ooh! Sweet. I'm rolled over. Nice.
The code was made by using different clicks for each letter of the alphabet.
Can I?
First message sent over
Do this without dropping it. I'm gonna bet I'll drop it.
What had gone wrong?
Oh, actually, no, I don't want to do that.
It still is wonderful.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. If I remember it's there, I'll come back for it. If I don't remember, it's not a crime. But I was getting the wrong pick for that sort of thing.
Hello?
Hey there! How you doing, Craftin' Mama? Good to see you this afternoon. How are you doing? I'm poking around on Dadcraft73's server for his Patreon members, and just filling in some holes before I settle down and do some building. I shouldn't be filling in holes, I'm covering over holes, and kind of trying to flatten the place out a bit. Kind of trying to flatten it out? Yeah. I'll go with that. Let's see which hole is next. Nice. Yeah, actually, it took me two kicks at the cat to find a good one. I found a spot I thought I liked this morning, but unfortunately I was too close to another player. So I found a second spot that I quite like, and it turns out to be bigger by a good margin. So I'm trying to figure out how to decide where I want to cover up some slots to make things workable. So I'm going to have to cover up some big spots at the top, like at the north, and do a whole lot to the southeast. But I've got some zone I can work with in the middle. I just want to make sure that some of these little gray spots around me are not going to be hugely problematic. My theme this year, yeah, I guess. My theme this season, however long it tends to last, will be based off of a series of mystery books. that's a 20 book long series. Okay, that's safe dip. That's fine. No, no, this other one. Safe dip or unsafe dip? Debatable. Look at it. Where does this go? They're just supposed to say, where does this go, and then go fall in it. Yeah, that's real smart. Last season, my theme was all mystery books. I really had a good time with that one. And this time I'm actually theming based on one series of books. So there's a real place in England, a town by the name of Shrewsbury, I guess. And I will never say it correctly, so I feel sorry for any Brits watching. But in any case, it's a real place that was fictionalized for the books, and so I'm hoping to try and do some sort of justice to it. It makes it a little easier to get inspiration, you're correct. For sure. Okay. So that part's plugged. This part, where does it go? Does it go down under, or does it come up safely on the other side? Okay, it's not ideal, but it dead ends. That I can handle. It doesn't go down too far, so I'll just leave that alone. And let's see, I've got some creeper buddies hassling me. Possibly. Okay. I'll just plug up this one. I mean, probably being quite silly, I can probably just start mapping it out. But I've never done a medieval build before, and if all goes well, this one will be fairly big. So I'm used to starting with a flat canvas. It just works better for me. At least a canvas where I'm not going to have, you know, unwelcome visitors just popping up. Where are you? I think you're below ground. Yeah, you're below ground. All right.
Hi there. What a wonderful time for you to drop by. You know,
Do I have a block tile picked out? Probably some sort of combination of stone, I guess. Potentially. We'll see about mossy cobble and some mossy stone brick stuff. There's not much to a palette because medieval stone, if I wanted to, I could even just build it all in cobble and then go back and fill it in texturing. And I'll be honest, I'm not very good at texturing, so what I'm hoping to do, I saw that one of the caves that I've got here at the bottom has the drip, like some of the dripstone. So I'll get a generator going, and then we should have plenty of material rather than having to mine it all. These down. Welcome back, CJ. Yeah, as far as the palette goes, and then I may end up with oak logs, I think. There's a good tree over there. But I've actually got quite a lot of... I think there's a lot of birch through the west side of me, and then oak just north of that. And I think there's dark oak just across the sort of Bow River section on the right-hand side. So that should do the trick, I think. No, unfortunately there is not. Spells would be nice. It would help with the randomizing. I mean, there's probably client-side add-ons to do that. I really just haven't looked into it. There. Yeah, for sure. Cheaty texturing. I know there's people on the Bedrock server from Dadcraft that love to use what's it called? I think a gentleman by the name of Raven Mad Hatter had put one out, and it's a randomizer, block randomizer from it's from him. I can't remember what he called it, but anyways. Ooh! Yeah, okay, that's another big hole. Big hole! Okay, what's this one to the east? That's gonna be quite the mess. Cover over. And I bet you this is the other side of that. Okay, so you can see I've got more Dripstone Cave going on. It's kind of hard to show, sleeping through this night. There we go. Yeah, so there's Dripstone Cave there as well, which suggests that I should be able to find, in theory, should be able to find a lot more of the materials I need. And emerald blocks, lovely. Okay. So, that said, one of the other pieces I need is to corral these sheep. So, do I have... Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a birch pen. Oh, no floating blocks. No. No. No floating blocks. Don't like those. Glenn, that was really not smart. Come on. Go. Alright, so I need to actually corral some of these sheep and start looking for iron to shear them. We need a lot more. Morning. So CJ Bot said he was streaming a bingo run on Dad Rock 3, Season 3. I didn't know you were doing a bingo run on that one. I was kind of curious how that would work, but okay. And then haven't got on the Java server yet. So CJ, are you planning to play both then this season? 35. Wow. I don't think I need that many. One stack ought to do it. Wow. Okay. Actually, I guess I shouldn't be so wowed, technically. That is impressive. On the other hand, the reason I'm not doing both servers, Bedrock and Java, this season is because I've got Vault Hunters as well, and want to keep up with that one. Okay, it's farming. I think I really need that sapling. And I've got compost materials. Fantastic. Set my spawn, and the stupid compass is still pointing to spawn proper. Over there. Yep. I need to go over here because I don't need that. Alright. So what have we got? Let's round up the sheep, and then I have to go find some iron. I'm right in the middle of everything. Which is kind of silly because this is exactly where I want to build. Took a picture of a bingo card in Java to put it as a source in OBS. Oh, well, that's an interesting twist. So you were doing that rather than playing the Bedrock bingo? Oops, excuse me. Might help actually open the coffee. So how did you do, CJ? I was quite curious. Sheep, egg, chicken. Oh, okay. Well, in this case, then I'd be better off. Where did I put the other bed's way over there, isn't it? That's real smart. SMRT. I'm just going to put myself on the high ground to begin with. Yeah, that's close enough. And then we can start moving from there. You say home is where the hearth is? I would disagree. Move the sticks. Running around on dead or collecting things in your card. So how did it turn out? Did you get a good, like, half-decent time? This over there. That down here. Eggs. What else can I toss? Come back for it. Back for wood. One saddle. Need the chest. I don't need this. Don't really need the wheat seeds. Okay, what else I got? Dirt. Okay, this is a more bigger pain. It was a lot harder than the compact higher loot on Java, for sure. You weren't going for a time record, I think you were just going for it. So, did you actually manage to get Blackout on your card? Or did you end up having to get scammed, so to speak? I know one of the things you'd find is if you got stuck with a dungeon card, then you'd have a bit of a bigger problem on the Bedrock server. Definitely not. Oh, it sounds like it was a bunch of fun, though. Something a little different. Too long. I can imagine. Okay. Saddles. I could still use a sword. Like, I'm missing my sword. Missing lots of ability to sort. Okay. Wheat. Those. That. Okay. Odd. Sorry, it just feels weird that stuff fit in so well. You did manage to get a bingo. Oh, that's good. What style was it? Like a vertical line, horizontal line, 4 corners? Diagonal? I don't know if you have diagonal on that one. I think you can. Never tried. Go back up and make another chest. Hoppity hoppity. Hoppity hoppity into the... yeah. See, once again, I've got something stuck in my head. Hippity hoppity into the birdie boiler. Isn't that how it goes? This, that. There, this, and that. Okay, and there. Oh, up and down the middle. That's not bad. Sounds like a lot of fun when you do that. Yeah. Yes, I'll do that. It's kind of funny that I got this to do today, because I was actually having a bit of a blast on playing last night on Vault Hunters and running a few vaults. Was hearing, I can't remember who it was I was listening to, but somebody, one of the other names, I guess, maybe? Anyways. But one of the other players was talking about how they're quite a ways ahead of other people, but it's not because of their skill, it's because they often avoid all the main rooms and just go running around looking for basically these special rooms but don't have any mobs around. It's like, oh, well, that's a technique I had never actually thought of. It would make all kinds of sense, but I didn't do it. Okay, and let's go up here, put the sheep up top. I'll move them later too. This whole like slowing down when you have no food is annoying. Okay, where'd the bed go? Bed's over there. Okay, so let's go up this way. Oh yeah, okay, there's the bed mess. Bed mess. So I guess it's a nice big pen to start with. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, I think. 2. Counting with Delenn. 2. 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14. 15, 16, and this is 17. So CJ, if you're going to be Arch's minion then, I'm not particularly sure what to say to that. It made sense at the time in my head, but it didn't count. I'll have to go back and look at the records to see who based near me on the last Bedrock season. I can't remember who it was, which is not helpful because I was going to ask that person about how they did some of their art. So I'm looking at this. You're not doing the carpet stuff. I'm going to try and change it up and do banner art instead. You were closest, yeah. You know who it was that did the crazy banner art on the walls? Well, depending on how you look at it, it's actually, this would be my, oh good grief. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think this is my 5th season, but it hasn't been 5 years, clearly. So I started on the Java server, EC's Java server, and then I moved to a 2nd season on the Java server, and then I went, so I guess it's 4th season then maybe. Then I went down over to Bedrock for a season, and then back to Java, and then back to Bedrock. No, sorry, stayed on Java. So that's now. Yes. I was just trying to figure out how many seasons I had spent on DC servers as a whole, because ever since he's had the Bedrock server, he's rebooted both of them at the same time, but he's had a Java server first, before he had a Bedrock server. So, so given that piece of information, I've had more seasons with DC than the number of seasons on the Bedrock server. Yeah, I thought that there was so much excitement going on the Bedrock server for the first Bedrock season on the Dadcraft servers that I thought, oh, this is cool, I'll try Bedrock for a change. Because I played Bedrock on the computer and, you know, whatever, let's give it a go. And, enjoyed it. But, as I've mentioned previously, there are some perks that Java has that I just, for this season, works out better. Namely, like the Iron Farm and the non-insistence on the Iron Farm being a village kind of thing. That's really critical for doing my medieval village so that I can have the Iron Farm, like a villager-based Iron Farm, plus having all the, what do you call it? Plus having the villagers running around and doing their thing in the houses. So it won't be just a population full of librarians or something. I may try and hide a trading hall inside one of the major buildings. On the other hand, rather than like being as part of it's a monastery in my theme, and so rather than having it full of clerics, while the logic would dictate that's the case, that would make sense. Who needs that many clerics? Really, who needs that many clerics? Therefore, I might populate it with librarians instead. Make some sort of mass library, just because it works out better for me. Redstone. Huh. Interesting thought. Oops. For sure. I can see the redstone and XP bottles argument. Okay, let's just take out one. Roughly there-ish. Okay. It isn't quite centered anyways. Maybe this one. I'll make it a touch longer on this side. don't like double high grass. Go away. Up. I'll make it longer out here. Kinda need extra dirt for that though. I'm not gonna need this many sheep, but I don't really need this many sheep or cows or anything at the moment, so I just figure I might as well just shove them all together. Okay. One there. Here. Oh, now I can walk around the outside. After your stream, you lost power for a couple minutes. It took a while for the internet to get strong enough. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I saw a bunch of people this morning dip off and then almost instantly connect back up again. But some of us were still perfectly fine and didn't fall off the server in the first place, so it wasn't a server problem. So maybe that's what it's got to do with people's power issues in the US. Like it's all interconnected, right? At some level, anyways. Okay. One. Good. Good, now I've got out. Grass, I hate you. Did I tell you that? Especially double high grass. Go away. There, okay. Stickers, stickers, stickers. They're free, but that beep can be a little bit of a surprise at times. Okay, guys, time to round it up. Start down at the bottom. Get those two. Eating might help. So I can run faster. Hey guys. Hello. You want to be my sheep? You want to be my sheep? You coming? You stuck on grass. Oi! That's inconvenient. Those on the end. Okay, there we go. I have one now because the other one wandered away. Let's try this again. Peeps ahoy! Hey you. Come here. Thank you. I'm coming. The most versatile one, so that's why I'm most interested in the white. Alright, let's go over here. Find yourself a buddy. Or two. Got 3, that's a good start. I can pick up any more on the way up. This looks more effective. Hey you. Let's get these in the pen and then worry about some. take these two while I'm at it, though. Close. Alright. This way. Sure, I'll take that. Come on, guys.
This old switchboard could talk. Wow. Your ears would sizzle. 1880. We take Alexander Graham Bell's invention for granted today. Perhaps we should. Isn't it incredible that millions and millions of people can talk simultaneously to practically any spot on Earth?
Guys, come on. Those ones. Bud, listen. I want to have a word with you. Yeah, I don't need you to be a throw cushion. You need to get in the farm with all your buddies. Come on.
Pick it up again. Tell the operator what number you want.
There you go. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Back here. This way. Go. Bit of wander zone. Welcome to the wander zone. Alright. Stop moving. Can't count. 2, 4, 6, 7, and 1, 3, 1. Alright. Didn't even 8, that'd be nice, but not too fussed about it. Okay. Now I need iron, which means probably going down in a hole. Oops, let's get rid of the extra seeds. Keep that just in case. I don't need the fence. Alright. You know, yay, we've got a few. We've got a few. There's some people playing on the server, as you can see. Which hole do I want to attack? Let's try this one up to the north, I think, just because it's nice and big, which means that I can either get down deep or I can get out of it relatively easily. And it doesn't risk getting any of the villagers in any sort of trouble. But food might be a pretty high priority.
If there was anybody home, they'd answer and you could talk.
Those bread. That way I've still have something for sheep if I find them. If you spotted a pick of diamonds, you're not crazy. Kiddo shirt or jersey just in time for your days off. Yep. Have a great night, Crafting Mama. Hopefully you'll feel better soon. Oh. Maybe not as easy to get out of as I thought. Huh. Okay. What's the edge look like? That's, yeah. Say less than ideal would probably be a bit of an understatement. Doesn't mean I'm not going to, but it's just a little more challenging than I originally anticipated. What I might do I'm going to start a mine. I mean, there's plenty of holes. Some of these holes are less than hospitable. Yeah, certainly less than hospitable. Neato, neat looking, but not super helpful. On the other hand, I'm debating whether I'm going to start laying out the place or keep looking for iron. I'm going to keep looking for iron because laying out the place would require me to go upstairs and get my map. I got it. I'd love to have lava, but unfortunately, no cauldrons, no buckets. Kinda hard to get lava. I'm gonna take a look at, I thought about it and didn't go there. I'm gonna take a look at a couple of these spaces down near the village, because they were already sort of open. And then if I remember, I can grab sheep on the way back. How dangerous is spawn? It's actually not very dangerous at all. There's actually a lovely little spawn house that's been put together, and they've got some micro farms and stuff. Now, I will say it's not spawn-proofed in any stretch of the imagination. So zombies tried to set me on fire after I stopped my stream earlier. I was dumb. That's part of where that came from, but yeah, they did try to set me on fire. Okay. But other than that, I got rescued by DC because he went and flubbered the zombies for me. Yeah, it's generally pretty safe. I mean, far more so than... You don't have to worry about any of the return of the dangerous materials like we had a couple seasons ago. If anybody who hasn't heard the story is curious what on earth I'm going on about, yes, DC has been on. Yeah. In fact, right now we've got a Pheno, myself, Ironstein, the Zerks, and Tofu Sucks. I don't know where DC is going to be this evening, if he's not currently on the Bedrock server, then I'm not sure what he's up to. Okay, I'm trying to get over there, so I need to go up the hill a bit more. Yeah, but DC has been on. Definitely saw his cape. And we talked about, just recently, about people who leave their streams on and they don't realize it. I didn't realize that my bot had crashed out that normally shuts my stream off for me. And so I did that. And DC reminded me, he's like, is your stream still on? I'm like, oh, yeah. Okay. Wow. Like, definite interest in the terrain generation, for sure. But in terms of getting iron and stuff, that's not convenient. It's not that I don't see any. For someone who's utterly afraid of being in caving, this is not the hottest place I could be. Oh, there's a piece over there. Maybe that'll be a vein. But yeah, DC was definitely on. He was traipsing around with his cape and all. I love the little capes that we get. I don't know if I'm wearing mine. I think I might be, but I don't really know. Let's see. I don't even know if I could see it if I was wearing it. Down. Okay, that doesn't have anything in it.
Oh, hello there!
Yes. Yes, this is some of the big holes near home. So I'm going to show the map. So I've got a village down here, which I'm intending to pillage for villagers. I've got a sheep pen going up there, and then I'm going to build in the center section, slowly capping off some of the major drop downs. I don't like caves, so if anybody wants to do something with the caves, go for it. But, yeah. So I finally got around. When I was looking at the list I'd put in earlier, it turns out that I was like 100 blocks from ITT Tom, which was not going to work too well going forward. There we go. See what I can do with it. I mean, I've got the big flat space that I adore. Okay, what did I get? 8? Not bad. Now the other part is, don't like night. But, you know, that's just the chicken in me. And on the other hand, I've got some ghoul icon, but I mean, I've got these dripstone caves. So, once I get enough iron going that I can actually have some cauldrons, then I can get, a lava farm going and not have to worry about smelting materials, like fuel. That's assuming I'm not a chicken, you know, and I'm willing to go down in the caves. One of the worst bits about dripstone caves is that, I shouldn't say dripstone caves per se, but one of the worst bits about dripstone in general is that once you've got it into a block, it does not come out of being a block. What I mean by that is that these square blocks that you need to be able to have your lava farm and everything dripping through, they don't become the pointed pieces that you need to drip off of it. And as I understand it, you need those pieces to be able to... Lordy. You need those pieces to be able to get to actually having lava dripping through it, or water, or whatever your case may be. Jump. Please do not have gravel above me. That would be high on the frustrating scale. Sorry for it being so dark. You can tell I've been playing a little bit of Stacking Up in Vault Hunters. because I'm not as bothered by heights as I used to be. But this is still not a great position to be in. I don't like moving on high up places. At least I can see. What I got 5, 20. Okay, that'll get me started. Get out of here. Okay, I can handle that. I think that just got me what I wanted. Awesome. Becky makes stacker blocks. Go. A little bit lumpy. Come on. Is it just me, or did they make walking? I'm not crouching. Did they make walking slower these days? It really feels like it. The funny thing about all this wandering around I was doing earlier on in the day is this place has a lot of sand. A lot of sand. I went west initially, and that was a mistake. Going west, there was huge ocean. On the other side of the ocean, there was sand, 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 and more sand. I actually, like, to give you an example of just how much sand there was, I saw 3, possibly 4 villages, and 2 desert temples, 1 at least, possibly 2 guardian temples in the oceans. Like, it's just insane. So since I was not looking for a space like that, needed wood and sheep and greenery, yeah, that was not going to be a great home. But my map, I'll give you this one, so we can zoom out farther on the arrows. That's what I've traveled. So I mean, given this the size of the dots, spawn's down here, on the bottom of this left-hand section. I went way up to, 2,100 blocks out, more or less, and then shot across. Then came back down, sort of tracing the 2,400 line, more or less. And then I saw this section and stayed. And now it's a much shorter straight shot to spawn, but still quite a ways out. Oh, and we have a sleeper. Excellent. Excellent. I don't have to. Nice. Always nice when you don't have to do something. Okay. So let's go and get smelting set up. As I was saying this morning, doing this feels a lot like a slower version of playing bingo. This one. Full on 14. Take half full. Actually, I only need 1 for that. Probably. I should probably make torches. I'm thinking before I do that, I'm gonna go get some trees and make some charcoal out of it, out of the logs. Make the torches out of that, rather than spending it on the out of the coal that I just mined. Then I bet the next piece I'll probably start working on is close to 7 my time. Oh, whoops, no floaty trees. Close to 7 my time, which will be my cutoff for today. But I will be back tomorrow morning. Well, noon for those of you in the east. I will be back then. But in the meantime, what was I gonna say? So I'll decide whether or not I'm going to start laying out with the sheep, or whether I'm going to start working on putting together an iron farm of sorts. I mean, I'd love to have it in a more permanent location, but having the iron early would be nice. We'll see. I'll have to go back down into that cave to get the lava, so it's not ideal one way or the other. Okay. And no, don't worry, I'm not using this for building, other than the fences. And in spite of appearances from last season, I don't intend to use Acacia. It's not about location accuracy or anything of that nature. Just orange doesn't fit too well in the scheme of what I was working on. Come on. No floaty trees, right? There we go. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be there a while. Got some very square trees for a minute.
Hello there. Hello there.
Del cranking that early game grind. Yeah. It's so much like bingo. It really is. Okay. That's probably about here. That's decent. No, I don't want that. I mean, I will be a little pokier than the rest of the crew. That's just the nature of how I play. But, having some fun with it so far. Now that I've got a home I'm happy with. I mean, the fact that it took me 4 hours to find it is kind of sad. But that's the risk you take, you know? Okay. That one was loose. This one's loose now. This one's almost loose. There. That one. Give them a haircut, right? Took you 2 weeks? Wow. What was it you were looking for that was so hard to find? Or was it that you had a home and then you changed your mind 6 ways to Tuesday? And here's the other question. Yellow, have you managed to find yourself a home this season, or are we still looking around? One of the blessings of the design I chose is that while it may take a while to terraform it flat the way I'd like, it doesn't mean that I can't sort of have a starter spot. But I'd like to at least have some iron tools to work with. So I'm hoping to use the basic bits. Get myself an iron farm. I think that's the idea anyways. Okay, let's see. Okay. Camp to better camp to final camp deal. Yeah, okay, well that makes more sense. Okay, so I need to have one of those. I need to have a bucket. Uh-oh. Well, that's a problem. Got 6 coming out, so that should work. 2, there we go. Okay, Sheep Queen, you win now. No more mutt. Okay, no more mutton. Put the sticks back. I don't have Light Matica enabled. I have it enabled, but I don't actually have it in use. And that was an accident. I should not have clicked that. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is mods. Oops. Nope. The heck? That's not what I needed at all. Okay. It's picking the totally wrong thing. Options, controls, keybinds. There's my Light Matica stuff. Oh, well, that's not good. Options, mods, Light Matica. Hotkeys, what is... New page up, page down. Toggle overlay rendering. Okay, we'll make this. Let's go page down. What else do we need? Toggle placement rendering. I just want to turn the whole thing off, actually. Unload current schematic. Sure. Let's use that. Okay. So let's go with end. There. Go away. Let's get these sticks out of our hands. And I will have to write myself a note to remember to disable that thing. those in there, throw these in there. I don't know what to use them for. Let's hang on to them. They're a little bit precious. I don't have this yet. If you want a limited or a desert, try going relatively west from spawn on the Java server. Like, it's just crazy. Now this morning's system would definitely tell you that, because I got more desert pictures than I can shake a stick at. Anyway, now I've got torches just in case. Can't even remember what I was doing. Oh right, I know what I was going to do. Stone. Nope, not that. Nope, not that. Come on. Give me just 2. That should be enough to kill the rest of the time and now. And then I can get moving on things. Okay, so map. That's the wrong one. Okay. Just in case you're curious, I actually have 2. I have both Zeros and Journey Map installed here because each of them has different perks that I like best about it. Okay. So what I really want to do is level a lot of this out and plug a lot of these holes. But I also had the cauldron because I was going for lava. That's what it was. I have to get my bucket back. That's the other thing. I needed 2 buckets. I can never remember these things. There we go. Alright, map. Oops. J for journey, M for map. Okay. Go and get some lava. So where are we? Oh. Keep doing it again. I am up the hill. Just go straight east. That should do the trick. Straight east. And I have a bazillion saplings. No axe. Oh, that's bad news too. There we go. Alright. I was just going to complain that who's going to sleep away the night? I'm standing right there. Like, dead obvious. There we go. Yeah, I'm hoping it's not going to be a full mountain the whole season, but pretty much. Pretty much. So, yes, I'm hoping to tear it down so it's not a mountain the whole season. Come on, go. Ow. A hop, skip, and a jump away. Right? To figure out how to get said lava when I see it. I believe it's going to be under me.
Hello, Johnny there? Hello, Johnny? Look, I've got an idea.
Zoom in. Yeah. To the east, eastbound and down. Is that how it goes? Any idea when Optifine and OptiFabric is going to get updated? No, I don't. I don't actually use the Opta Anything series anymore. I switched over to Sodium and Iris and that sort of stuff. So I don't use the Opta whatever series. Used to, and loved it to pieces. But there were so many things that it just wouldn't cooperate with that I had given up on it. Hello. Go. Now the question is, can I get back up? Guess we'll find out, right? Iron. I won't look a gift hill in the mouth. No, of course not. Take what I can get. Okay. Oh. Okay, so... This way? See, those two are close enough together for cobble, which is kind of neat. Actually, I hadn't seen that before. Where does this one start? Anywhere except setting me on fire. Nice. In the mountain. It might only be one bucket. Come on. Shake hands with danger, yeah. I'm just sitting here. About to play with lava. Shake hands with danger, the song says. Right? Looks like it was one bucket. It made that whole mess. Interesting. Okay, well, back up I go after stealing that one. I made the advancement diamonds by pure accident. I just happened to get 3 of them out of 2 different villages. What do we got? It still says it's there, but it won't be for long. Let's go back over and see if I can get the one over by the village. Aye. My daughter just got home from her art class. I just heard her upstairs. She's like, "Hi, I'm home." Okay. So can I get this before I sign off? That's my question. Or should go with a fiery end? Hmm? That almost sounds like a... Oh. Almost sounds like a prediction. Almost. That's another single one. That was dumb. Okay. Now what do I do? Just got an idea. This. There. Not yet. Is that the single one? Yeah, that's the only one there. Alright, I got my 2 buckets of lava. I've got a cauldron in the back. So what I'll need to do, aside from getting back up out of here, is to go and find some of the dripstone. I'm also going to need to try and figure out how to entice the villagers to follow me. Start making an iron farm. but I really did not want to do that over here. A bit far away. I don't even think I saw this house. Did I go in here? I think I did. I think I did. Alright. Let's get out of the zone of zombiness. Or anything else. Come on. 1, 2. Oh. Time this correctly enough. Out of here. There we go. Okay. So we started in this village, and I guess this is where we're going to end for the day. So I've got a place to go. Home has begun. We shall be seeing more of this place tomorrow as we get a move on and start working a little bit more on starting to get our layout. I think is probably the best bet. I'm still torn between that and the iron farm, so it'll be one of the two. And I probably don't need the iron farm quite that soon, so let's go with the villagers, or not villagers, sorry, with possibly more pulling down and filling holes and laying things out. So that's what we're going to work on tomorrow. Let's finish it with the, woo! Yeah, there we are. Found iron, or sorry, found metal. Found armor, there we go. Watching everybody's kibbitzing in the background. As we go to see, oh, escape, if we go, as we go to see who happens to be around. Alright, so right now, thank you PP Zerk, I appreciate that. I'm glad I found a home this quickly too. Took me 2 or 3 rounds on the last season. Well, okay. Who have we got? Got a lot of people listed. We have not in a while been over to see, okay. Yeah. I think we're gonna go see, oh no, it's Vault Hunters. There's somebody who's not playing. Okay, I think we're gonna head ourselves over to Game Time with Eric, I believe. So he's got a fairly quiet stream right now, but he appears to be working on a castle, it says Castle Time, in Hardcore Day 3600 plus. So we're gonna head on over there and give him our best. I'll start that raid up, and then we'll say our goodbyes. Bonk. There it is. Maybe?
Mischief managed.
Awesome. Alright. So you can see the 2 messages on screen, and I will add one more. If you've got any feedback or comments, questions, anything you want to add, my Discord is there as well. It's a very quiet place for now, so you won't be getting flooded with tons and tons of messages. Thank you very much to CJBot and Yellow for showing up, as well as PP Zerk. And yeah, that's about it at the moment. We had some good chatter from Yellow and from Craftin' Mama as well. If there's anyone who's been hanging out that I did not remember, then please do. Never mind. My brain went to lunch there. But please do remember that if you've been just lurking in the background, you're very much appreciated, and I always like it when anybody can drop by. So, and thank you as well to, I'm going to go with Ghost, and for the follow. So, please give Eric our best. I may join in fairly shortly. Just got a couple little things to do at this end. I will see you soon. Have yourselves a great evening. Bye-bye for now.
Transfer complete.